I've been waiting to say this all the way up to this post-fight interview, but if you fight me, your O must go. I'm not in this for fame, for notoriety, for all the other extra stuff. I'm here because I want to be the best 135-pounder in the entire world.
By TKO, the Professor Finesser, Ethyn Ewing!
Man, I'm the only guy, maybe in the whole UFC, that's willing to fight anyone at any time. You guys know that.
One of the best in the world, ladies and gentlemen, Gilbert Burns!
Gilbert, the Red
Welcome to UFC Unfiltered.
Please tell me that's on video. I've never been happier.
I'm made for a fucking podcast. We're dangerous. Listen to me, we're at it.
Welcome to UFC Unfiltered. Matt and I today are going to be joined by Ethyn Ewing. What a great fight. 2-0 in the UFC. I'm really happy to be talking to him today.
Dude, what a stud. He's going in there fighting guys that are undefeated.
Yeah.
They don't know how to lose. And he goes in there looking like, I know I'm winning. Like he's so secure with himself and confident in there.
And he's one of those like consistent body punchers. And I really enjoy those guys a lot. But he had a lot of jabs to the body. And he eventually dropped him with a liver shot. But even before that, he had spent a lot of time going to the body, which I just really enjoy guys who do that.
Dude, he well-rounded. His takedown defense was crazy.
Yeah.
28 years old, yet he carries himself like an older gentleman. Like he's very, I don't know. Like this guy, he's with it, this Ethyn.
Yeah,
I was so impressed,
Yeah. Estevam was 14-0 until Ethyn got a hold of him. And I think the Wellmaker fight was on short notice too. So
that was and at Madison Square Garden on something like, I don't want to even say, it's probably not goddamn, I don't know, it's here.
48 hours notice. Oh, he's ready to go now. Let's bring him in.
Come on, man. Yo, what's up, Ethyn?
Hey,
What's
Ethyn,
happening?
how you doing?
I'm great. How are you guys?
Not too bad. How you feeling after that win? That was a devastating
Congratulations.
shot.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I feel great. I had a little bit of a black eye going into the fight, so he just kind of touched it and reignited that. And my pinky toe hurts. And other than that, I am good to go.
Were you surprised he didn't get put away earlier? Because, I mean, there was a couple times he was in trouble. He has quite a chin. Were you surprised he was able to kind of go into the third?
I was super surprised. There was definitely a couple of straight right hands that I felt it crack on my knuckles. I mean, if you've ever been in an MMA fight, put those wraps on and thrown those little gloves on, you could feel when something lands, you could feel it on the knuckles. So there was a couple that hit him, and I was surprised that he was still standing, but I think that was more in my execution. And I hit him with that sick elbow. I'm sure you guys saw that one as well. I cracked him really good, and he was still standing there. So he was very tough. I mean, he took a lot of good shots. So
Right from the clinch, the elbow, that one?
yeah, I pushed off. Just hit him with that right elbow.
Now, I mean, this is the second guy, and you were saying anybody who fights me with an O, the O has to go. Did you say that or am I butchering?
Nah, that's it.
That is it, right? Yeah, man.
You're almost go.
I'll tell you, the confidence that you have going in there versus these guys that are undefeated it's really cool. I mean, you went in there, it looks like you just know that you're going to win, and then you really outclassed them, which is wild. A wild follow-up to Madison Square Garden, which was, whoa, where did this guy come from? And for this, your second outing, I mean, things couldn't be going better for you. This is amazing. I don't even know. It's more of a statement. It's more of a statement than a question.
But to respond to your statement, man, I feel truly blessed. I have been given a lot of opportunities, and I have a lot of great people around me that help me be who I am and get me to where I am. So it's crazy that you say that. Obviously, there's a lot of energy the closer you get to the fight and you're in the back, and one fight goes down and someone gets finished, and it becomes your time that much quicker. And obviously, you've been there before. You know what that energy is like. But that when it's my turn, that stuff is there, and then when it's my turn, that stuff disappears. It's very weird. My body almost like is like shutting down, going into sleepy mode. I'm like, come on, we got to go do this thing. Like, I'm like, am I overconfident? Like, what's the issue here? But I've learned to relish in that. Let that be a feeling of confidence, and I certainly had that. I had all the energy and the thoughts going through the head, and then as soon as it was my time to walk out, and my team and myself were ready to go, I was like, "There's just nowhere that this guy wins. There's not on the ground. Not if he does take me down. There's just nothing. There's nowhere he's going to beat me." So I was supremely confident.
Your punches are very fast hands. I love the fact, I was just telling Matt before he came in, I love the body shots, which eventually is what dropped him. But I love the jabs to the body, just those things. I think that you don't see, I would love to see more guys doing that as consistently as you did. Because a punch to the face always looks amazing, but it's those punches to the body that I guess get the hands down so you can hit the face easier.
Yeah, for sure. With this guy being a grappler, the plan was to aim for his chest, stick him in the chest with either that jab or the rear hand, and kind of keep the distance that way, keep him from lowering his levels. I'm intelligent with what I throw. Everything's set up. I mean, I would suggest half of these guys go get in a boxing gym and learn how to throw a jab.
You know what I find really wild is, that people, going up against these guys and they're like, all right, these guys are undefeated. You haven't lost in years. But what's really wild is your first two outings is two losses. So if you were a different guy, you might have been like, you know what? I gave it a shot. maybe it's not for me. And then what is it? 4 or 5 KOs in a row. I mean, dude, your record is insane after that. Tell me how you felt after those first two outings, if you remember.
Yeah. So I went 6-0 undefeated as an amateur. And then I took my first professional fight in LFA in Kansas City on 7 days' notice against Edwin Cooper Jr., who was on the Ultimate Fighter recently. And he's a big 145er. It was at 145. Big, strong, 6 foot tall. Wrestled at 157, Division I Iowa wrestler. I took that one on 7 days' notice, flew out to Kansas, said, let's do it. That was a tough fought match, though he had a lot of strong wrestling positions. I battled the whole time. It was after that one that I actually almost did do that. I took 9 months where I stopped training. I was a plumber. I worked full time, and I was convinced that I was done being a fighter. I couldn't find a passion for it. I couldn't find the ability to drag myself to training in the morning. And then I come back and jump back into things. And on 3 months from, taking that layoff, I get back into Cage Warriors on another big stage against Roberto Hernandez, a leg lock specialist who ended up tearing up my knee. But the reason that he even got to that position was I had a bit of a spook in my mind, and I had lack of confidence in the hands. I come from a wrestling background, but for whatever reason, I just did not feel it that night. And so I quickly shoot in. You can watch the tape back. I quickly shoot in. It's a terrible shot, not set up. We scramble. He tries a knee bar. I scramble out of it. And then when we get back to exchanging, I throw this big overhand right. I kind of close my eyes and throw it. He shoots under, double legs me. I get up. He's in the back. He dives to the leg. I go to defend it and sit up. My knee pops 8 times, all loud in my ear. I keep fighting. I get it over. He goes to the ankle, pops my ankle a couple of times, and that was it. But the gist of the story from that one is, if I was a different person, I mean, that at that time, I wasn't the man I am today. I wasn't doing what I was or doing what I am now. And I certainly was not in the right place mentally or physically. So, but yeah, after that last Cage Warriors fight, I told myself, I'm never, ever going to be uncomfortable in any position ever again. And that is when I went and Coach Dale Roybal, who is in my corner, who's my head striking coach. I mean, we travel around, we do a lot of MMA stuff now, but he comes from the boxing background. And I had trained with him previously. He was with our team. He'd come on Tuesdays and do boxing. But that's when I started 5 days a week with him, every single day, Monday through Friday, to the point where he tells me now, he's like, there was days I thought I was done training with the previous guy. He's like, lo and behold, you would show up. He'd be like, damn it, this guy again. And yeah, and so 5 days a week, ever since that day, about 5, maybe 6 years ago, I have been boxing 5 days a week on top of everything else. And now you see the results.
You after that heel hook, I think it was 10 months before your next fight. Was there an injury you were recovering from, like, or were you just trying to work on what you're talking about working on?
It was a little bit of both. I mean, the knee, I never got an MRI on it. The way it popped and tore was reminiscent of when I tore my other lateral meniscus in my right knee from wrestling. So I assumed that that's what happened. I started doing some knees over toe stuff. I got back to physical therapy before the MRI was ever scheduled. So I just said, screw it. I don't need it. I'm already moving on the knee. And I had to recover from that. That took some time. But then, yes, I was building the complete fighter you see today.
So you started with the wrestling though early on, since a kid.
8th grade. I played football 7th and 8th grade, but I was small. Like 109 pounds my freshman year. So my dad's like, yo, these guys are gonna be big old 200-pound plus monsters. I really advise against the football thing in high school. And I tried out wrestling. I've always been around martial arts through my father, but I tried wrestling and I instantly fell in love with it. I knew that was for me. And my first ever wrestling tournament, I was in the final match. I got picked up, and from martial arts, from Hapkido and such, it's always don't post the arm, right? You want to roll or skyfall or do something to mitigate the breaking of the limbs. And so my smart idea was, instead of post, I just shouldered it. I fell straight into my shoulder. I heard my collarbone snap in my ear. Boom. And I didn't really feel it then. My arm got pinned underneath me. I was trying. He threw a half Nelson, ended up pinning me. And so I broke my collarbone in my first ever wrestling tournament. And that's how I knew I was destined for wrestling. And so from there, I wrestled all throughout high school. I placed 8th in the California State Tournament my senior year. I placed 5th in the National Great State Tournament in Virginia Beach. And I went on to wrestle Division II at King University in Tennessee for a year.
How did that Acosta win feel after 2 losses like that, to come back and get a first round knockout? And I'm looking at 2023. You had 4 fights, 4 knockouts. What did that do for your confidence? And did that change how you approached anything? Because, I mean, to come from 2 losses like that, especially a heel hook submission, and drop someone in the first round, it had to make you feel like, all right, I can do this.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Especially that one, because that was the first time I cut to 135 as well. And that was quite the terrible experience. I was not as educated or experienced as I am today with that big of a weight cut. And I started working at Club 33 in Disneyland. That was like one of my first days. It's a 5-star, 4-course dining, private member kind of deal. And so I remember my first day working there, they pulled out the new menu on the cart, filet mignon and the desserts and the everything you can imagine. And I'm sitting there like skin and bone looking at this stuff. And then when they do the menu presentation for the team, they pull it back. Everybody gets to eat a little bit of it. Just sitting there dying. I remember I could barely move. I could barely surmount any energy to work the days. But I had a buddy, Javier, who's who helped me out and told me that I needed to get a little refresh with my carbohydrates and stuff. So one of the last days, a week or so before the fight, they pulled out this big old pan of ribeye that they were not using anymore. It was done for the day, and ate a bunch of that, put a bunch of half and half in my coffee, refueled up. And that's actually what allowed me to make the weight. But to go out and knock that dude out in 17 seconds real quick, it was a huge boost. I mean, I was already seeing the results in the gym, but for it to come to fruition in a real fight where I had a terrible weight cut, I was coming off 2 losses. Yeah, to go spark that dude real quick was like, this is it. I am this guy. I can do this, and let's build on it. And then, and then we went and fought Elijah Ozuna, who's a California State finalist for wrestling, undefeated at the time, very good up-and-coming prospect. And to take that one, I was confident to go into it as well. And that was a similar bout to what happened this last Saturday. She stuffed a lot of takedowns and ended up with the final blow in the third round. Or actually, it was the second round then, but.
Well, you've done that a couple of times where you had the knockout in the third. I'm looking at your record, and there's like a good variety. A couple of decision wins, a couple of later knockout. Like you're not just knocking guys out in the first round, because I think when guys get into a pattern of doing that, it's great for a while, but then they get dragged into the second and third round and they run into trouble. And so you have to feel confident that it doesn't matter if you're the first, the second, or the third. Your cardio seems to be great. And you've ended a couple of fights knockouts in the third round. So it doesn't seem to matter to you how deep in the fight you have to go.
That's part of the mental preparation is, I think a lot of these guys envision this first round KO, and I'm guilty of it myself. Of course, it runs through my mind, but at the end of the day, I'm prepared for 15 minutes of hard battle, whatever it takes to win a fight. I go in there to have the technical advantage and prowess to show that I am much better, to not take damage. But on the other end, I am certainly willing to do whatever it takes for 15 or 25 minutes and put everything out there.
Last time you were on, right after Madison Square Garden, beautiful victory. We seen you, I think it was on your Instagram, you going back to your job, and everybody clapping for you. And then you're like, all right, then you're letting them know the duties of the day or whatever it is. What do you do again? And how's the atmosphere now around there? Did you visit the job site since? Did you stop in there this morning?
No, I'm still here in beautiful Las Vegas.
Shit.
I have not gone home yet, but I went back for maybe like a week or two, and then my baby boy was due to be born on the 10th of December. He came on the 14th, so I went on leave, and when it was time to come back, February 10th, I called my boss. I tried to put in my 2 weeks, and essentially he told me, you could do that, or you can just not come back and stay employed and get ready for your fight. So I'm technically employed still. I haven't been back. We'll see though. I do safety. I'm a safety professional in the construction and general industry field. I do work for that company, Largo, as a safety manager, but I have my own personal safety and consulting business along with my father, OcuSafe Network. And so I have been looking into that. I'm trying to build that. The ultimate goal would be to be a fighter and a businessman, get OcuSafe to the level that I know it can be, and use this fighting notoriety and everything else that comes with it to really boost that up.
Jimmy, I was in the basement of my academy where I was living playing Halo, like in ordering dominoes. He's so with it at his age. Like you're really like, I feel like I feel like calling you sir, and I'm 51. You're really, you're a mature guy, but man, in the cage, what a savage. I'm really excited for you to be here in the UFC, man. I'm enjoying your fights. I know Jimmy is.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate that.
I love the body shots, man. It's just, there's something so just awful about getting hit in the stomach. It doesn't matter how kind of shape you're in, it just sucks. And that and guys who do heavy leg kicks to the midsection, I really enjoy watching. So you're a very exciting guy, man. And I was happy to see this win. And your opponent missed weight. It's funny, he came up because he had missed weight. And I wonder if that's, like you said at one point, you had a lack of knowledge about how to do it, but he's 14-0. I imagine he knows how to do it. So maybe some guys just struggle with that final stretch. I don't know.
That is a lack of discipline, desire, preparation, respect. One of those or all of them on his end. He made 125 pounds. He even missed weight at 125 pounds to weigh 128. If you can't make 136 after all that, I don't know what to tell you.
Hey, I could chime in on that because I'm a foodie and I'm a fatty sometimes. And I blow up sometimes between fights, but 155, I never missed weight. So I'm there with you because it makes a difference, man. Some guys will be like, all right, man, take that percentage because I'm going to be a lot fresher.
And I made the weight and I've never missed weight. So it's a lot of things, man. It's like I said, we knew about this for at least 2 months. It takes a lot of discipline and counting calories and carbohydrates and fats and proteins. every single day for me for 2 months at least. So, and then I still got to go cut a whole lot of weight come the water cut. So, it's hard to do. I will not deny it, but for him, I don't see how he couldn't have made it.
When you had that 48 hours notice, did you have a catch weight, or was it?
We fought at 145. Thank the Lord.
Okay. Yeah, well, 48 hours. Listen,
Yeah.
you can't be a corpse in there. You gotta.
Hey, well, I was fully prepared to do what it took. I was full of food and water, so it wasn't like I was doing that dieting stuff. In my mind, I would have been a little bit more capable to cut more, but 145 was plenty good for me. I still had to cut a little bit to do that. So
I wanted to ask you too before I forget, because I watched the fight and then I watched parts of it again. Was somebody yelling something about going to the bakery?
Yes.
What was that? Your coach?
That was my coach.
Is that a body? Is that a body shot code?
Yeah, start sticking him in the chest to the body.
That because he was screaming, "Go to the bakery!" I'm like, that's the only thing I could think of was body. Okay.
Well, yeah, you're talking about the jabs to the chest earlier, and I had set that up a couple times. You know, like I said, I felt the knuckles on my right hand crack his side of his head or his face a couple times, but sticking it here, and he was dropping the hands like crazy. I mean, that's exactly what you would ask for. Yeah, I don't know. The only thing for me, I think I would have been a little bit slicker, sharper. I would have chopped the leg better. It was a little bit slippery in there. I kind of had a little, a footing issue. I didn't want to kick the legs too much. I just felt like I was a little slippery. But yes, hit the body with the bakery and then open up everything else.
It's also with a guy wants to take you down. Sometimes the kicks it's probably advised to throw less of them because that's exactly what he's waiting for, is to catch one and drag you down.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, and I usually chop the calf. I'll break that leg down. I've broken legs with that one before. That's a heavy weapon in my arsenal. I just didn't want to slip, like you're saying, get taken down.
Yeah, the body work was tremendous. And, it's important to be able to go to the body like that. Because as you know, Ethyn, I'm sure you met some of these guys that could take a bat to the head, but then you whack them to the body and it's their kryptonite. It's guys that you like, yo, this guy's got a granite chin. And then you get their body and like, oh, it's like, hey.
It's a shut-off switch, man. Yeah, if you get hit good there's nothing you can do. It rips through your whole body, shuts it off, so.
Could you feel him at all? Like sometimes I'll ask you, like not that he wilted because he didn't wilt, but could you feel where he you're like, I got him? Like, was there an energy drop, or was there something where you felt he looked like you had him or he was defeated? Because again, 14-0, he might not be as used to being in these positions. Sometimes that's one disadvantage to being undefeated. Was there a point where you kind of felt like, yes, I have this guy?
Yeah, pretty quick into the first, I think I understood that. Once he got the single leg up, I was like, oh, shoot, that's a little bit further than I wanted it to go. But as soon as I threw that whizzer in, I sat on it, I was able to attack the lock, pull it apart, kick my leg back. After I shut that down, he was winging punches. He was sitting and loading and waiting for me, which makes one have to be a little bit more patient, feint those reactions out of him. So I was actually surprised that he was more willing to strike than I had thought initially. But yeah, once I was drawing those strikes out of him with my feints, once I stuffed his takedowns, then I knew. And then especially when I cracked him and he crumbled to the ground at the end of the first, I was all over it. I knew that we had that one.
It was what it's funny to say one-sided because he was trying. He was way you were taking those takedowns away. I was telling Jimmy before you got on air, I'm like, his takedown defense, and it makes sense since you were saying you were wrestling since a kid. But I'll tell you, man, I can't wait to see. I can't wait to see who's next for you. You want anybody above you in the rankings? Is that what we're talking about?
I mean, I want the surest route to the top. So, you don't come in and fight guys on your level. You call out the best, or you tell the organization you want someone of that caliber. Sure. And so I'll sit and talk with them about a specific name. But yeah, somebody high up there, somebody who really has a good following to them. It might not be a ranking, but somebody who has a big name, right? And go and put that guy away. And then for sure, I want the belt. I want to go to the top. I want to fight all the best guys. So I don't think that I need to gain experience and get better to do that. I think that I'm fully ready for it. Obviously, the experience will grow. I will continue to get better as I fight. But I want them all. Let's do it.
Let's go.
Yeah, can't wait to see your next fight, man. That was a really, really exciting win, and congratulations on both fights. Malcolm and that fight. I mean, they were both really, really impressive, and cannot wait to see you fight again, man. Really, it's going so great for you.
Making a splash, bro.
Yes, thank you. It's a blessing to come in on 48 hours notice. MSG and Malcolm Bowmaker, man, like, thank you for that opportunity. I will take those kind of opportunities in stride all day. So, yeah, let's do another big one. Let's headline something with another big name. I think that'd be great. I think that'd be really cool.
Well, please come back on the next time you have a fight scheduled. We would love to talk to you again, man. It's going to be very exciting to watch you climbing through the ranks and eventually getting your shot.
Of course. I love talking with you guys. I appreciate you having me on.
Thanks.
Ethyn, we'll talk to you again, buddy, okay?
Congrats again, brother.
Sounds
Great job.
good. Thank you,
Take
guys.
care, warrior.
All right, you too.
It's great, man. Dude, he's a stud, man.
He really
That
is
kid
great, and he's
good.
so fast. Watching a guy who just punches so fast and so accurate, it's really, really fun to watch just as a fan.
That guy's with it. Like, he's just with it.
Yeah.
you talking, right? You feel like, it's like, man, this kid's just got his shit together. You know, he's 28, you know?
How about that fight of the night between McMillan and Zacchini, that first round knockout that Tommy McMillan, remains undefeated, 10-0.
Let me look over the card right now.
Yeah.
I'm talking about a bunch of them.
Moicano.
Listen. I wanted to, you weren't on for that episode. First of all, that knockout was excellent.
I did pick it, by the way. I did pick him. I did two picks.
I
emailed
I didn't
him.
do any picks. I don't think I did any.
Yeah. And Alice
Sorry.
I picked too.
But Renato Moicano, this is something we want to point out to Gilbert Burns when he comes on. Because listen, who am I forgetting? Because I know it was Bobby Green, and there was another who
had losses.
Who beat Michael Johnson? It was Drew Dober. But Drew Dober, they're on the same age though. But no, there was another gentleman that's getting a little bit older that did well. It's
a guy who's a little bit older that won. Okay, hold on.
It was Bobby Green.
Bobby Green, Drew Dober.
Who it was, because he won. I'm trying to think. I feel so bad, but we have so many fights.
I know, and there's so many guys. It's not unusual anymore to see a guy in his late 30s anymore because of the training and the way they recover now and the nutrition. It's not crazy to see a guy who's 39 or 40 fighting.
And listen, man, Mike Malott's this is quite the test for Gilbert Burns right now, because Mike Malott's never looked better, and he
looks great.
He really righted the ship since his loss to Neil Magny, and he's the full package. But bigger the risk, bigger the reward. He takes him out.
Yeah,
it's cement. All right, there's no. He had 4 losses. Forget about that. He just took out a next, future contender right here.
Yeah. And, and Gilbert's fought some really, really good guys, and he's beaten he beat Neil Magny. I mean, and he's beaten Masvidal, and his loss to Khamzat was a very, very competitive fight.
He's the first guy to make Khamzat look human.
Yeah.
You know that? And it actually hurt him at one point. Knocked him down with that overhand.
I just watched a quick video of Demetrius Johnson with Khamzat, and of course, he's so much smaller, but he was saying how strong Khamzat is. And again, you take the weight differential, but I'm sure Demetrius knows what guys at 185 feel like, just from being in the gym. And he said he's a really strong guy.
So the breaking news on today's episode is that Khamzat's strong.
Well, it was kind of to reiterate that, like,
I know. I'm fucking being an idiot.
I am very tired. I flew all night.
How do you feel? You don't want to hear me breaking your balls now.
Oh, you could break my balls. I'm better than I was going to come on with you and Dean that night because I didn't want to miss episodes, but I had been on the way to the gig in Japan. We're on our way to the show. We're running late, and I was projectile vomiting out the van window. I think it was food poisoning because 2 other people with us got sick the same day.
From where? From food from where?
It was a hotel. We think it was the hotel morning buffet, and it was a great hotel. But I mean, it was so fast and ferocious. I didn't even film it. Like I would always film something like that if I'm puking out a window.
Oh wait, that's nasty. So when did you feel better? After you immediately?
I came back. Louis actually made the guy. We were running late for the show, but Louis told the guy take him back to the hotel. Like I never missed a show. I didn't even do the gig that night, so I was puking.
Oh my God.
I went upstairs. I had a round 2. You know, round 2 is like when you really clear out the system and it's awful.
Yeah.
And it was like 1:00 in the morning. So I was just too wiped out. My whole body hurt.
Besides that mess.
It was amazing. It's one of the best things I ever did was this trip.
Wow. You were away for 3 weeks?
6 weeks. Almost 7
6 weeks.
Almost 7 weeks.
It's the same amount of time of me in the house.
You know almost 7 weeks.
Fighter house.
India, Turkey, Bulgaria, Greece, Japan, Tokyo. It was fucking Romania. Wow. It was crazy.
How was Romania?
That was the first city, and they had just gotten hit with a snowstorm, so I was kind of annoyed because it was very slow driving. Crowd was great. It was like 4,000 people. I mean, they were incredible. But, I didn't get to do a whole lot in Romania. It was freezing, and I was just I wanted to just sleep.
Oh, man.
I am back.
Well, listen, let's talk about some fights.
Let's talk about some fights.
Tommy
by the way,
McMillan, what's that?
No, I was going to say the Moicano against Chris Duncan. Those guys had trained together before too, and boy, did Moicano look really good. He made it look easy.
He did make it look easy, and it's nice to see. You know what I mean? Because again, and that's another one we're talking about. Like that's why I brought it up. He's getting up. He's only 37, but he's 30. That makes a difference. He starts approaching towards 40, but he's got a lot of experience, Moicano. He's got some personality on him. I like him. I like it, But he had the hands on him, and his jiu-jitsu is always world class. Verna versus Tabitha Ricci.
Yeah, Jandaroba, yes.
Yeah, I tell you,
very dominant.
She's really dominant, man. And her fight with Mackenzie Dern was a close one. It was it was a hard fought fight. But you got to feel for Tabitha, man, because she is skilled. She's tough. She had moments, but it was real hard to get out from bottom. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And get up and effectively land something without her getting a hold of her again.
Yeah. That's gotta suck too when you get up and then the first thing you throw, they duck under and grab you again. I mean, that's just gotta be fucking awful.
No, that stinks. Oh, and by the way, Alici, that stinks, right? Alici Pereira, who was on last week when you won, dude, what a knee up the middle.
Oh my God,
Haley Cohen. I mean, that was, and that's something, man, because she lost the first one and now she's got more experience. She's pulling the trigger.
Yeah.
I want to see a little more off her back, though, because you don't want to be losing to girls with just the better wrestling. Because when she was on the floor, a lot of times I think she was locking up that guard, even almost putting a triangle on the body type of thing. And just, you got to make that space or get dangerous down there. But, man, her striking looked dangerous. That knee was fucking scary. Those knees always scare me because when I was sparring people, they'd always come up always right by my chin.
You know why they're scary too? Because when they land, that's a really ugly sound, like that thwack of. Maybe I'm thinking of was it the Barbosa? They got to fight the kick to the
Barbosa?
Ron Barbosa.
Okay.
The kick to the I guess it was the neck. It was close to the face. Which they weren't sure if there was going to be a disqualification. I think it was Bisping who said it sounded like something in cricket he compared it to. Am I mixing fights up? I mean, I haven't slept in 2 days.
I'm not sure. I'm just looking over this thing because I wanted to say that You picked Abdul Rakim, didn't you? Rockman, I mean.
I picked Pereira and I picked McMillan. I did 2 fights.
Oh, okay. I saw Brenson Ribeiro looking for that. He's got a Kimura from hell because he won a fight with it from half guard that I teach all the time in my school. I love it. It's when you're going for Kimura in half guard and the guy defends it by stepping over it. He breaks the grip and he's got a money Kimura. He was looking for it for everywhere, but Abdul Rahman wasn't letting him get that grip on that arm. He kept manipulating his balance. But yeah, he looked scary, and he's undefeated. Abdul Rahman, undefeated, Jimmy.
9-0, yeah.
Shit. Hey, that show It is a disturbing movie. My kids were just watching the second one yesterday on Easter. It's like a bunch of ghouls. It. You ever see Stephen King's It with the Pennywise?
I read the book.
It's so creepy, man. And like there's little kids getting eaten.
Yeah, the first movie was good. No. And then after that, I didn't like that Pennywise became like a Freddy Krueger doing certain things. It started to annoy the shit out of me. Like the book was so monstrous and awful. I don't like when they become like snappy patter fucking things.
Yeah. They jumped the shark a little bit.
So
Go ahead.
I started to watch, I think, the series you're talking about, right?
Yeah. No, I'm talking about the movies.
Oh, okay.
There's 2 movies, It and It 2. Unless there's a third one, I don't know.
No, I think It and It 2. I didn't like It 2 because it was doing corny things, like something explodes and bugs run out of it. What is it? Fucking 1975? That doesn't scare anyone. No one gives a shit about that. It just annoyed me. You know, like a head opens and bugs come out. You're like, oh.
I'm not big into the horror shit. You know, it's not my cup of tea.
Watch there's the not The Heretic, Hereditary. Watch Hereditary.
Why is it good?
Yes, and it's scary.
Joe Rogan likes the Nastaf. What do you call it?
Nosferatu.
Yes,
it's a hard name. Nosferatu.
What is it?
Nosferatu.
No, UMS.
I'm not. Nosferatu. It's a couple of
Nosferatu.
The original one was black and white, and it's very chilly. I think it was a silent film, and he's really fucking creepy. The vampire. It's a very creepy vampire.
Yeah, I got no time for that.
His first name is Jeff, which is really weird.
It's not Jeff. It's not Jeff the vampire. Just Jeff the vampire is the name.
Yeah. No, Jeff Nosferatu. No, Jeff Nosferatu. Nosferatu is his last name.
Oh, what is he saying now? The new one. Oh, the new one is with Bill Skarsgård. Lily. Is that Depp? Wait.
Lily Rose Depp. I guess that's Johnny's daughter. I'm guessing it's his daughter.
Wow.
All right, Willem Dafoe I like. Now, listen, Matt, we should promote, by the way.
Do it.
April 11th.
Talk to me.
Which is this Saturday, is 327 Prochazka against Carlos Ulberg.
Man, I'm on the. Go ahead. We can say something
for
else.
The light heavyweight championship, yeah.
Who's the co-main on that? Sorry to throw curveballs at you.
It was Taira against Joshua Van. That's been moved. Looks like it's Mirzakhanov against Paulo Costa is, I believe, the co-main now. Also a great
he
fight.
Went up in weight, didn't he, Paulo Costa? Is that 205?
Yes, light heavyweight. You're right.
You're right. Interesting. Paulo Costa. That's interesting. You know, I'm going back and forth with the Yuri versus Ulberg fight because I feel, in one sense, you know, Yuri's fought in really technical, really hard-hitting guys, super technical like Khalil Roundtree, hard-hitting guys like Alex Pereira, like Osman Voldemar.
Yeah.
They fucked that up. That's from Harry Potter. Uzumir, sorry.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know how many people really fight like Yuri, you know? So I think like that, like Yuri's got that going for him, that he's got a real kind of reactionary, in-your-face pressuring style. that might be hard to train for. But then I
Right.
also think that Olberg's only lost once in how long? He's on an 8-fight winning streak, and like he says, he's a sharpshooter. So I mean, Yuri does take shots. He's been stopped,
Yes.
and he's on what a momentum does he have right now? I just don't think he gets as much shine because he's kind of like a reserved guy. He doesn't act like an
Carlos,
idiot.
you mean, yeah.
Yeah, he's just he's like a nice, relaxed guy. You know, I don't know. What do you think about this?
I don't know because again, when you look the fact that Yuri lost to to Pereira twice, again, who's just a kind of a methodical, accurate, hard puncher. So, like you said, he has been susceptible to that. And Olberg hits. I mean, all the guys in that division hit hard, but Olberg, even for that division, hits really hard.
Yeah.
I just don't know. I mean, you know, if Yuri's on, he's almost impossible to figure out or to get a hold of because he moves so crazy. He's a difficult guy to get close to. He fucking keeps away from you. I don't know.
Oh, we got Gilbert Burns. Gilbert.
What's up?
Hey,
What's
buddy.
up, Warrior, man? It's been a minute, like the kids say. Good to see you, Warrior.
Good to see you guys. How you guys doing?
Very well. How are
I'm
you?
doing all right. How you doing?
Doing great. Doing great.
Now, when was your last fight? It was a little while ago, no? You took
Was last year against freaking Michael Morales. Yeah.
Did you say freaking Michael Morales? It's funny the way you said that. Yeah, all right, but you listen. It's probably good to get a little. What's been happening since? Took a little time.
Yes. No, we just had another baby.
Oh,
The baby-
congrats!
The baby was done like 2 weeks after the fight. The fight was, I think, May 17th. The baby born on May 31st. So I've been having a lot of family time and taking care of a couple little injuries, and then slowly getting back. It took a while. I was ready to come back, but it took a while to get an opponent and date and everything. But I've been getting ready for a while, so it was good to have that downtime with the family.
Oh, of
How are you?
course.
How are you feeling mentally too? I mean, there's been a couple of losses. Obviously, you know you're a better fighter than that. You know you're fighting really good guys, high level guys. But where is your confidence and your mind at, and how are you handling everything?
I like the little downtime even for that, because I think I had a great career so far. Fought for the title, fought every single freaking monster in the division, and then when they talk about Mike Malott, I kind of like the fight. It's like he's not easy fights, especially at that level in the UFC, but it's not as those freaking monsters that are on the top right now, Morales, freaking Sean Brady. So if you take a look at my last fight, was all Bilal became a champion right after. Jack Madalena became a champion right after. Sean Brady still in the top 5, and Morales kind of right there, maybe getting a title shot. So even those 2 of these fights was very competitive, So my confidence is still there, I just gotta. Honestly, I was just talking about that with Henry today, just get a little time in the octagon, kind of like feel confidence again, relax. And I just want to be there, present in the moment, because I've been training for years already, and I trained with a lot of high-level fighters. Like these couple of days, I was sparring with Kamaru, André Fialho, so many Vicente, so many high-level UFC fighters, and I'm very competitive with these guys. So that's where I try to bring all that confidence, So I've been there, I've done that. The highest level is still doing it. I just want to bring that to the octagon, make sure on the April 18th I'm there, relax, calm, confident, knowing what I want, taking my time a little bit. On the beginnings, I think is the most stressful on the fight, because you don't know what's going to happen in the beginning. But after take that 30 seconds, 1 minute, moving, relax, hands up, no problem, then kind of everything starts flowing a little bit. But the beginning is always hard for me.
Yeah, it's like riding a bike that's trying to murder you. No, I'm only fucking around. Hey, not to mention, Gilbert, you're the first guy that made Khamzat look human, and you had a war with him. You heard him. Does it make you kind of feel good that he's the champ now? And look what he dominates so Like he couldn't do to you what he did to Drakus. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's not happening because of your skill set, even though you're a smaller guy. I don't know, little things like that. Do you take pride in that?
A little bit, a little bit. People will always bring that fight up, that one in Kamaru. I kind of lost both, but I bring the fight to these guys. It's good and bad, I'm very happy that where Kamaru got, where Hamza is doing, he's doing great things. He's a good history, I'm kind of like, I like what happened. It's not that like, oh, I had a tough fight with this guy, now he's the champion. It's not like that, but I like that. I like my side on the story, whenever that guy was freaking underestimating me the whole week, looking at me, talking shit on my face. I say, yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I kind of like it when he brought that out of me. So, yeah, it feels good on that way. It was a good story. We shared the octagon. Now the level of these guys there, I'm very happy for them.
Can I ask you your thoughts on him fighting Sean Strickland, being that you were in there with him?
Sean Strickland is not an easy fight, but I just think that guy is a level freaking. His level is up, especially out there. We had a lot of questions with his cardio, but the last fight that he fought, that was the biggest test. Dricus Duplessis, awkward style, and then he kind of like he dominated. He looked good. I think that's his division. He's a middleweight. He's not a welterweight. And he's training those guys at training lab. Coach Call, I think those guys are doing a great job. They bring the whole Chechens over there. I think he's going to win. I think it's not going to be easy, but I think he's going to march forward. He's going to use his wrestling, his grappling. I think Sean Strickland will be able to get up maybe a couple of times, do a little bit, but the grappling that this guy possesses, the aggressiveness, the wrestling is a super high level. If you don't have idea of jiu-jitsu, like defensive, doing guard, play guard, like well, get up, don't give up your back. It's a lot of little things that I don't know if Sean Strickland will have the answer of like, okay, you got taken down, what do you do now? You don't give up your back. How do you get up? If you know how to get up, how to defend himself, yes, it will be a hard fight. I don't think he's gonna have all these answers.
Can I say, when you fought Damian Maia, I thought this was brilliant. Like, and this is what guys don't do, and this is what you're talking about, is where guys simply think they have to get up, get up, get up. When like Damian Maia would get you down, you would play jujitsu with him to make him have to play back, and you'd use that to get to your feet.
Yeah.
I just think that if you don't have that skill set of a good jujitsu game, you don't have that option. It's just trying to get back up.
Yes.
Did that make sense?
I agree. A couple guys, they just want to get up regardless. If you give the back to Damian Maia, to Hamza, that's it. Thank you. Give me the back. That's it. So that is the level, the grappling that people don't understand now. They don't want to do grappling. They just want to know how to get up, how to defend a takedown. And you gotta kind of leave that. I remember that Damian Maia fight. I have Wagner Rocha and my brother jumping on my back right after sparring. I was sparring, and when the round was over, these guys just jump on my back and like body triangle and beat the crap out of me. And I have to get up and escape and boom, get out of the back. And then he start on top of me. I gotta get up, sweep, don't give my back. So it was not an easy camp. Everything went good on the fight, and but I think people lack a lot on these high level grappling, like what to do in that position. Like, okay, you got taken down, what are you gonna do? First thing, don't try to land on your back and then sit up and then work and then do the grips. I don't think people have a lot of education on that.
And you, I wanted to ask you too. This is Mike's first main event. You've been in many, many of them. Do you remember your first event, who it was against, and what was the difference for you in that, going up from 3 to 5 rounds?
Oh, my first main event?
Yeah. Do you remember how you were feeling going into it, and what did you feel the difference was?
Yeah, it was so weird because it was during COVID. It was the first fight back in the COVID. It was against Tyron Woodley. And it was the number one contender fight. So if I beat this guy, I was going to fight for the title. like the motivation to drive was always there, you know, because I know he was possibly because back then he just lost to Camaro, but he was possibly on his way out, and then I gotta kind of do my thing. But he's still very dangerous, you know. So yeah, I felt very good, and I don't remember the rounds, you know. I think that's one thing that I kind of bring into this fight because whenever you there present on very, very, very present, like every second, okay, he's gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, listen to the coach, okay. When you're that busy, I don't think about rounds, you know. I'm just there on
Yeah.
the moment. And then every time that I'm there in that space or moment, like, you know, I gotta ask, hey, what round is this? Okay, second round, oh okay. What round is this? Okay, third round. I don't even care. I don't every time that I did 5 rounds, I gotta ask, hey, what round is this? Because I'm so locked in on what I gotta do on that split second that I don't remember the rounds, you know. So I'm just like, okay, and then I keep going. So what I gotta do, I think it changes a little bit the preparation. 3 rounds are easier, you know, and
Yeah.
5 rounds you gotta add a little bit more conditioning, do a couple extra stuff, couple extra cardio, extra rounds. But it's for me it's all the same. Whenever you're there doing 3 rounds and they say one more, what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do one more, one more. We're gonna keep fighting, you know.
Yeah. When you're in shape, that minute rest, your heart rate comes down some. When
That's
you're
it.
not in shape, you're not making it through.
When you're not in shape, it sucks. Yeah, when you're in
Yeah.
shape, no problem.
That's how it always is, man. When things are all said and done, hopefully not for a long time, you know, we love watching you fight. Do you plan on doing a school and stuff? I know you're a high level black belt or no, or you don't feel like being a teacher.
Honestly, I just changed my mind maybe a year ago because I hated to be a school owner, you know, because
Oh,
I've been through so many academies and I see a lot of drama, a lot of fighting, a lot of
yeah.
not profit, and then I was just like, man, I don't think I ever gonna open up a gym, you know. But then Wagner Rocha kind of changed that on my mind, you know, because what he's doing right here is amazing, you know, because he's not just teaching and having a program, but he's changing a lot of guys' life, you know, like
Yes.
helping so many guys to go on the good path and competing or fighting or actually just teaching, just becoming a black belt. And as he was doing that, I like, okay, if I one day open a school, it's gonna be like that. I wanna help these kids, especially nowadays, you know, the world is kind of mess, and they
Yes.
don't have a daddy to look up, a man of God, a man to look up, and I'll be that guy, you know, like, okay, if I gotta help these kids and help people and help the community, then I want to do. But for a business, I think is a lot of or a way better business to make a lot of more money than this. But
Yeah.
for that cause, I'll step in, you know. So I'm actually working on a deal now to open. I have a black belt good friend of mine, Fabio from Brazil, from Rio, that he was teaching the kids at his backyard. And his backyard is freaking full. It's 50 people already. I go there helping him out sometimes. And my kids are very close to his kids. So my kids are training with him. And
Ah,
yeah, my kids, they did jiu-jitsu for a while. They stopped. Now they come back with Professor Fabio. And then Fabio kind of me and say, bro, I want to open. Can you open with me? I say, yes, I can open with you. Let's do something.
oh,
So we kind of like just structure all the contract and everything, how we going to do. But I'm gonna be open one with him very soon. Like I think May 1st, we
oh,
get
wow.
keys and everything. So we're already working. We're just doing like that conversation that we should have. We're going to have. Say just wait a little bit. Just let me get my fight. Then we go to the final like contract. We do
Oh,
everything. We have that conversation right now. We settle everything, and then we go forward.
that's exciting.
Yeah.
And you fighting again is exciting, man. We're happy you're back, Gilbert. We missed you. We missed watching you go to war.
I'm happy too. I'm happy to be back. I think that. That's a good opportunity, you know, to go there to Canada to fight Mike Malott. He's a good upcoming guy. Uh, and it's a time for me to showcase my experience, all that wisdom, fighting all these tough guys, doing 5 rounds, fighting for the title. it's the time to use that experience against this guy, you know. And then I'm looking forward to. I'm happy. Jake was asking about the confidence. I feel pretty confident, not a good momentum confident, but experienced confidence, you know. So I fought the toughest guys, you know. It's just another fight. I'm just gonna try to be relaxed this week, next week, staying very sharp, and go out there, have fun, you know, enjoy those. I don't think I got 10 more fights to do it. Maybe 3, 5, 6. I don't know. I just want to enjoy, you know, make sure I enjoy freaking fight week. The weight cuts is not crazy as I move up to welterweight. I don't have a crazy weight cut. So my kids are going, my family's going. So I'm just gonna have fun, you know.
Enjoy it, yeah.
Enjoy, do what I like, and get paid for it. And I like it, you know.
And by the way, his loss, which was to Neil Magny, was exactly what we're talking about. Where, like, again, Mike's a very good fighter and he's got experience. But when you see like a veteran, like how Neil hung in there until the third round, Mike was having a really good fight and then just figured out a way to beat him. So that's got to give you some kind of a good feeling too, because again, you've seen every situation, you've seen more situations than he has. You've been in trouble and overcome it more times than he has.
Yeah, he does. He does kind of give me a way. Oh, okay, that could happen, you know, because I fought Neil Magny, and he's that guy, you know. If you don't finish him, he's gonna freaking come back. And I was able to finish him, but when I watched that fight, I see, okay, that guy can break, you know. That guy, he can. So we just gotta find a way, you know. But I'm gonna be. That's what we're planning to do. Be there, very confident, relaxed, taking my time, working, using my experience, using my explosiveness, using my cardio, using my jiu-jitsu, use every single weapon that I can against this guy. And but that's the main thing for me. Stay relaxed that week, you know. Don't push, don't overcome, don't relax. Let's go through the week, let's go through the warm-up, everything, get on the fight. And like, I gotta feel that cage a little bit, you know. I gotta be. Last couple of times it wasn't as easy, but I want to be there again and make sure I enjoy when I'm there. Not too nervous, not too. Just okay, let's enjoy those last. I don't know. I know it's not the beginning. It's the end. You know. Let's have
last chapter.
His career. Yeah.
And let's promote the fight too. It's UFC Winnipeg. It's April the 18th. You and Mike Malott is the main event, and I know you want to go to his home country and really, really ruin his big debut in the main event. So have a great fight. It's always good talking to you, and we're happy you're back, and we're happy you got another main event.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate you guys always.
All right,
Great
good
to
talking
see
to
you,
you, sir.
Warrior.
Thank you, Gilbert.
Take care, Gilbert. Hey, Jimmy, man, listen.
Yes,
I think
buddy.
he's got some stuff left in the basement, and he's going to need it too with Mike Malott because he's an intelligent savage. You know what I mean? Mike Malott is looking like Captain Canada. He righted that ship, and he's been doing great. But Gilbert Burns, look, if you look at there's 2 former champs, then there's Sean Brady who strangled Leon Edwards. I mean, that's a murderer's row he just fought, and some of those fights were competitive. So I'm excited. I'm excited to see what's going to happen there. You know, you got those experienced guys lately, Bobby Green, Renato Moicano over the weekend.
Yeah,
yo, man, old dogs can fight. I'm sorry about that. I had to just bark because I know.
I hear.
What are you gonna say? No.
Oh, is that wrong?
It doesn't come out. It doesn't sound the same.
I didn't. I thought I was doing a good job.
Jimmy,
Yes,
congrats to Renato Moicano.
Yes.
All right. Listen, I'm happy for him. And you already promoted the fights.
Yes, I got to promote. I have Buffalo, New York is now on sale. I'm going to be there. I'm doing the Hollywood Bowl with Louis. March I think the tickets just went on sale today. May the 5th. And then May the 7th, I'll be in Buffalo. And then May the 9th, I'll be in Warren, Michigan.
You're doing the ball.
The Hollywood Bowl. Yes, I'm just opening, but I mean, I'm really happy to be doing it.
Okay. It sounds, I don't know what that is, but it sounds fancy.
It's a very big gig in LA.
You know what? Maybe I'll come through.
Come on through.
Hey, is my friend Jimmy here? Hi, Louie. I'm Jimmy's friend.
But you'd hear, tell him I'm not here. Get security. Tell him I'm not here.
Don't do that. Hey, Matt Serra channel on YouTube. Fun stuff. Watch reactions. interviews. I got to get back into playing VR in there. I know people miss that.
People love that.
I love that. Jimmy, I'm going to Austin to do Joe Rogan's show. I'm
Have
not
fun,
gonna be
buddy.
Wednesday, but I will be back and I will tell you about my adventures on Monday.
Okay, pal. Have a great trip. Safe trip. And
I'm
I'll,
happy you're back, Jimmy.
Yeah, it's good to be back home. It'll be more normal schedules. I won't have to be up till 3 a.m. doing the show. And thank you to you guys for working with me on the times, too. It helped a lot.
Are you kidding me, man? Shoot. And then we had Phoenix in last week.
Yeah, I have to. Who do I get to pick the co-host? Ooh, I'll talk
I'm
to
so
you
excited.
I'll talk to you after, Jack.
All right, everybody. Jimmy, we're back.
Bye, buddy. I'll see you
Boys
soon.
are back in town. All right.
Have a good trip to
everyone.
Austin.
Thank you, brother. Goodbye, all.